Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Quantum Break. It has been a while since I've done a stream. Even though we only have 2 acts left to go, um, I have been quite busy as of late with a friend of mine, as well as some not so good stuff relating to my personal life that has not been the greatest. But I am still um, I am still here. I just created a Twitter for my Twitch account, so that's going to be a new thing. I'm going to post that to my YouTube and my Twitch, and then people can follow me there if they'd like. Makes it simpler for them to follow along with the streams. So the last time we played, we ended up, I think, what was it? Oh shit, I'm gonna have to look. I kind of don't remember, actually. Let's see, Act 3. Ah, yes, we made it from the gala. It was the gala. So we were at the party, and we escaped with Sophia Amaral, and now, Serene is going to have Hatch arrested because he knows that he's the traitor, and he knows Sophia's loyal. But we've taken Sophia, and now we are headed to the Port Donnelly Bridge to catch back up with Beth and Sophia because they had to leave without us. So let's go ahead and continue. Of course, if you've seen my other playthroughs, you know that I'm fairly quiet during these. I only mention a few things unless I'm reading, so most of it's quiet. So here we go. The Secret History of Time Travel. Anytime. This is always like the longest loading screen.
You took the one thing Mr. Serene needed to survive, Dr. Amaral. That made you priority one.
Yeah, they made that clear. Monarch lined every escape route with barricades, roadblocks. I had to get to the mainland, but I couldn't do it by car. Needed a new plan.
All right, let's go.
Yep. All that loading for that cutscene.
Beth, I think I'm gonna need a ride. The streets are too hot.
Alright, where do you want me?
I'll let you know as soon as I find some higher ground and get a good look at the situation on the bridge. I think it might be a no-go. All right. Gotta get to higher ground.
I'm looking at the bridge right now. It's a lot of Monarch. I don't know, maybe you could see us across?
Well, maybe.
Or I could pick you up. Let me know. Pretty exposed out here, so try to make it fast.
I'll be a lot better when you get me on that boat. Monarch's right on my ass. I'm not exactly making friends out here. How's Dr. Amaral?
Still kicking and screaming. How long do you need to get here?
That depends. Let me check. Better get inside before the chopper spots me.
We still have no visual on Joyce or Wilder. Doing another sweep.
Thank God those windows are covered in newspaper.
I can't stay here long, Jack. You're gonna need to be quick.
Yeah, about that.
Bad news?
Reoccurring theme of the night. I'm looking at the bridge right now. If I go anywhere near that thing, there's gonna be innocent people caught in the crossfire.
All right. Any bright
Thanks for your
ideas?
patience, folks. Have you on your way again soon.
Let me see. There's a pier under the bridge. You should be able to meet me there with the boat. Giant gas sign out front. Can't miss it.
It's nice and bright for Monarch to see.
There's not a lot of options. Switching to Monarch frequencies. Be in touch soon.
And I'll be there in a few minutes. Don't stand me up.
For those of you just
Hey,
tuning
how
in,
we
the
getting down there?
manhunt continues as
Where's the fire pole?
search for Jack Joyce, suspect in last night's university terror attack. Joyce may also have been involved in a firefight at the Monarch Mansion on Gull Island approximately 30 minutes.
Excuse me, sir. We're helping the police looking for a terrorist. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary? Is that the guy who blew up the library? James Joyce? Jack Joyce, yeah. You see anything out of the ordinary? Well, I mean, there's a sports car parked in the street back there. It's kind of wrecked.
Better hurry. All right, that's it.
Criminal? Terrorist known as Jack Joyce. Thanks for your continued patience. Please talk to one of our security personnel if you have any matter to report.
Somebody's sneaking around down there. Hey! I think that's Jack Joyce! No, 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 no!
By the way, your batteries are low. Just before I forget.
My plan to meet Beth went out the window as soon as the stutter hit.
Her boat couldn't get to you.
No. But it gave me an opportunity to climb up on the bridge and cross it. Slip right past Monarch, more or less undetected. I should get up on that bridge and make my way across it before this stutter ends. What have we got here? The scene on the bridge was unreal. They weren't cops. They had no authority to do this. But the Monarch PR machine had done its job. Here they were, the heroes protecting everybody.
And you were the terrorist.
Yeah.
Have you seen these two? Charlie Wincott and Fiona Miller, sought in connection with recent terror events. Do not approach. Please contact Monarch Solutions with any information as to whereabouts.
You should be scared of, guy.
Super cool, man. This is going up very
See, this is the thing, is they're handing out coffee on the bridge. They're like questioning people about Jack, and they're giving people free coffee. See, that's how they bring people to their side, is by giving them coffee, bribing them.
There we go.
Field orders update, Martin Hatch. All field operatives be advised that Martin Hatch is now considered a compromised asset. All orders and instructions from him, new or existing, have been rendered invalid and have been countermanded. Please contact your supervisor for further information as required. Hatch is responsible for the destruction of vital medical supplies, involved in the deaths of numerous Monarch personnel, and may be collaborating with Jack Joyce. The investigation is ongoing, but Martin Hatch is to be detained with maximum force if encountered. If he cannot be captured, he should be considered a priority target who under no circumstances should be allowed to escape. Take no chances. He is considered to be extremely dangerous.
goddamn Mickey Mouse detail.
Thanks for the heads up. Okay. Okay, good. That's cool. Just gotta make it across this damn bridge and I'll be clear.
Oh dear.
Oh no. This is so bad. I knew I'd be dead if the stutter collapsed while I was in the frozen crash. I had to reach solid ground in the deck.
18 hours after after fracture.
Just had to find a way down. Now what? Frozen crash was a mess. Somehow I had to find my way across, hope for the best. I kept heading downwards, towards the cargo ship. The route down wasn't exactly user-friendly. The fracture was getting much worse. Timelines getting scrambled. Caught in violent loops, off sync, crashing into each other. I kept heading downwards, towards the cargo ship. The route down wasn't exactly user-friendly. The fracture was getting much worse. Timelines getting scrambled. Caught in violent loops, off sync, crashing into each other. This was what the end of time would look like. Everything was broken, in chaos, frozen, and no one would know.
Come on, come on.
Escalating. Objects were moving out of time, out of order, entire timelines overlapping. And it was gonna get worse, unless we could stop it.
Oh, there you go.
You don't understand the power you're wielding. You need to hand this technology over to Monarch. I've prepared for what happens next.
You say you're prepared, but no part of this plan of yours involves stopping it from happening.
Even if I fix William's machine, what could you possibly hope to achieve? The end of time is coming. There's no way to—
Hey! This isn't a debate.
I just watched a ship fast forward through a fucking bridge. Time is running out, and the fracture's getting worse by the minute.
And it cannot be stopped. Paul has been to the end of time. He's witnessed it firsthand. Can't you see? We prepared for what's next out of necessity.
Your research is based on work by William Joyce. You respected him. He knew that the fracture would occur, but he also knew that it could be fixed. Will built a way to stop the fracture. This. The countermeasure. We're traveling to the past to retrieve it. You can help us get there faster. Or you can agree to disagree.
I'll have to run diagnostics on the machine. I can't promise anything before that.
Amy, take Amaral to the machine. Keep an eye on her.
Sure thing. Okay, Doctor, let's go. And I can see right through you. Don't try anything stupid. You will regret it.
Jack, before we head downstairs, we have to talk about something.
Best plans for 2010, traveling to 2010. 22 hours after the fracture.
Hatch. This is the guy that visited me in the cell.
Sounds like Serene's onto him. According to Monarch Communications, Hatch sabotaged a Monarch lab.
He may be undermining Paul, but I get the impression he's not on our side.
Martin Hatch, what we know. Facts gathered by Fiona Miller so far. Joined Monarch in 2001. Became Serene's chief advisor around 2007. No records before 2001. Who was he? Where did he come from? Working against Monarch? Possible links to the following. Death of Dr. Kim, unconfirmed. Alone with Dr. Kim at the time of death. Death occurred just as Kim was on the verge of a solution to Serene's time sickness. University time machine sabotage, unconfirmed. Miscalculations on purpose. Hatch seen in lab assistance in Sophia's kidnapping, confirmed. Distracted Monarch while kidnapping occurred, knew we were coming. Did not alert Serene. Destruction of Serene's remaining sickness treatments, unconfirmed. Was present outside Dr. Kim's lab when lab was destroyed. Accused Sophia of being responsible for this. Helped Charlie Wincott escape, confirmed. Currently helping Charlie reach Monarch Tower undetected. Disobeyed direct orders from Paul Serene. Wants access to CFR. Potentially desires to sabotage lifeboat protocol. Sabotaging Serene. Motive. Secretly assuring Serene's downfall, wants to take over Monarch. Why? Sabotaging Monarch's survival plan from within. No possible reason for this. Don't believe countermeasure could stop fracture. Not a potential ally. Works for Monarch, therefore believes end of time is inevitable. Then why attempt to sabotage lifeboat protocol?
Okay, what's up?
It's about the plan. If Amaral gets the machine working...
We go back to yesterday and undo all of this.
Listen. In the video Will left for me, he said the countermeasure was stolen from his workshop on July 4th, 2010. He also said I took it. Maybe I did, Jack. We have a time machine.
You're saying we go to 2010. We steal it.
If Will was right, that would mean it wouldn't be a change. We take the countermeasure, bring it to the present, fix the fracture, save the world.
Okay. Explain to me why that's a better plan than just going back to yesterday and preventing all this from happening in the first place.
Because I'm afraid that based on what I know about time travel, we can't change anything. The past has already happened. We can't change it. But my way, we don't have to.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, my plan still feels simpler. Let's just get the machine working. Let's see how Dr. Amaral's doing with the time machine.
Yeah. You think Will told her about it?
No. Will was never the kind to open up.
I can relate.
How's it look?
The problem is quite simple, really. The power relay is down. You'll need to find a way to reset it up. There. Where the light is.
There we
I'll
go.
lower the ladder for you.
What happened to the power relay?
Power surge occurred at 7 a.m. this morning, and the machine was activated.
7 a.m. It's hours.
Okay. The console here's got 2 red lights, 1 green one.
You'll have to reset the power to the 2 stations with the red lights before activating the relay. Both stations are located above the machine. Just follow the cables to the red lights.
Above the machine. Perfect place for a reset switch, Will. Okay, the first red light is now green.
Good. 1 more to go. I'm not sure if you can reach the second one that way. You may have to climb down and reach the other side of the machine.
Jack, you've got to see this.
Hey, shouldn't you be keeping an eye on Amaral?
Okay, but first, you need to check out the intel I uncovered.
All right. What is all this?
I uploaded all the files I stole on that USB stick from the Monarch security station. I also found a video of your brother. It's on that TV. You're gonna want to see it. Everything else I printed out and put on tables over there.
Okay. The date is... It's February 28th,
Jesus, Will.
1999. William Joyce.
1999.
After months
First experiment.
of arduous work, my machine is finally ready for human testing. Ready is defined by me, since ready is obviously a relative term when you're dealing with the deformation of the chronon field and recreating of black holes' mass density by tangent. Okay, in short summary, I built a time machine, and it works. I'm gonna prove it, or die. Okay. Just need to make some final preparations. When I enter the machine, I will travel clockwise around the corridor. Okay. Core is active. Chronon levels are stable. Travel clockwise around the corridor, exiting back into the same location in the near future. Oh. This clock is set to my watch. Now, when I exit the machine, there should be a significant difference in time between my watch and the clock in this room. Corridor is locked in place. Okay, setting the date to 5 minutes to the future for the first test. Now, admittedly, traveling to the past would be much more impressive, but I can't travel backwards in time, only as far as the first activation of the machine's core, which is, well, now. Okay, machine's ready. Monitor is stable. What I'm about to do is gonna change the very fabric of I don't remember.
Hey, Amy. What am I looking at here?
I've been recording Monarch communications with the radio that Beth left me. I made a compilation of anything that seemed like it might be useful.
Com 1032, unknown Monarch personnel. HQ, come in. This is First Aid 1. We've got a situation here at the hospital, over. Monarch radio commander. Go ahead, First Aid 1, over. It's a fucking mess down here, HQ. Burke showed up for his wife like we thought. Gibson intercepted him. Burke wouldn't come quietly, so Gibson drew on him, and, well, Gibson's dead. Burke strangled him with a power cord in full sight of half the hospital, so that's kind of shit. That kind of shit show. Over. Do you have the situation contained? Where's Burke now? Over. We're working the scene and wiped the footage, but Gibson didn't have backup, so who knows how many people saw the fight or where they are now. Same goes for Burke. He's in the wind. So's his wife. Over. Copy that, First Aid 1. We'll run with that on our end. Just tidy things up over there. Over and out. Lifeboat document. Memo. Controlling the Riverport situation. From Clarice Ogawa to the field team leads. I know the situation is fluid and things are progressing fast, but I want to reiterate our strategy for maintaining control over the city of Riverport. As you all know, we can't actually directly control the city. We don't have the manpower, we don't have the actual authority, and therefore vital that we maintain a good relationship with the media and the local authorities, and have them do as much of the heavy lifting for us. Ideally, everything we do should be either undertaken by the authorities under our discreet direction, or in cases where we take action ourselves, backed by the powers that be, creating the illusion that Monarch Solutions is working in cooperation with legal authorities. Make no mistake, although we've been successful thus far, the situation is not stable and can change quickly. If key parties in the city lose confidence in us and our ability to handle the crisis, our control will erode very quickly. Therefore, we must nurture the relationship even as we conduct our own operations, some of which involve considerable troop mobilization and combat action. This is a constant balancing act, and while I'm confident we can pull it off, there's no room for error. We can't afford to grow complacent and sloppy. Fortunately, we are well prepared for this contingency. Long before we reach this point, we established a good rapport with the mayor, Riverport PD, and other major authorities within Riverport, as well as most of the important media outlets. Our strategy is twofold. Maintain control. It's imperative that we ensure the city's various power structures remain under our control. This means maintaining a close relationship with numerous individuals and organizations, as well as manipulating the information at their disposal. While Charlie Wincott is unfortunately no longer working on this project due to unforeseen complications, he has set up powerful tools and procedures for scrubbing the internet and identifying and locating problematic situations in individuals. We're stationing people in key locations and maintaining control, often under the guise of advisors and consultants to people in power. They are ready to step in as required. Anybody working in these roles needs to be proactive and project a constant aura of helpful authority and dependability. Diplomacy is the order of the day, people. That's vital for maintaining certain fictions, such as Jack Joyce's culpability in the events at the university, etc. Number 2, minimize conflict. That is to say, make sure that individuals, whether they're politicians, city officials, police officers, reporters, ordinary citizens, etc., suffer a minimal impact from our activities. If we have to use force, the situation needs to take place out of sight and remain entirely contained. Whether containment means misdirection, coercion, intimidation, bribery, or some other means depends on the circumstances, but it's vital that nobody is left in the position to complain. To be explicitly clear, this doesn't mean we can eliminate witnesses and cover it up. When people don't come home, others start to ask questions, so that has to be a last resort. I expect all supervisors to monitor their teams closely to ensure things stay on an even keel. I know most of our operatives haven't been trained in the soft touch, and I'll be blunt. The last thing we need is somebody thinking this is Afghanistan and smacking a civilian around. We're one YouTube video away from this whole thing blowing up in our faces, so we'll have to maintain our operational profile throughout. For all these activities, we have a considerable budget. Monarch Solutions is very well off. We've been building resources for a long time, and this is considered a priority. So we can buy a lot of silence and cooperation from authorities and citizens alike. But that only works as long as those things are for sale, and the moment we're seen as a threat, that opportunity will disappear. If you see a problem, be proactive and call it in. Don't let anything run out of control or think it'll work itself out. We have to be sure. The situation can unravel faster than we think, and we have to coordinate our activities properly. Any questions or concerns, please contact me sooner rather than later.
Anybody here we can trust?
Fiona. She's my only remaining contact on the inside.
What about this Burke guy? He was under arrest in the same transport as me.
Jury's still out on Burke.
So, you know all these people. I don't need to read this. You know all these people already. Mission Statement 99. By Ball Serene, December 12th. Limited distribution for approved employees only. I have seen the path ahead and I know it will be hard. I have founded Monarch Solutions to bring together those who will walk it with me. The elite who's... By the way, if you ever wonder why I keep yawning while I read, I have this problem that when I read out loud, I typically will yawn. That's why it takes me so long. The elite few whose skill, dedication, and passion will live on when everything else ends. To that end, 1, we will work under my guiding vision of the future, my knowledge of what is coming. We accept that we cannot change our fate, nor can we avoid it. It is the harsh truth, but it is the truth. We will accept it in its full implications, but we will not deviate from our course, nor give in to its despair. Nor give up the fight. Those of us who share in this knowledge, who learn the triumphs and tragedies of the days and years to come, will look past them and find ways to turn them to our advantage. The gray, uncertain area beyond what is known will be where we build our empire. We build it on the hope that we can persevere, that the end isn't our end, that we can still succeed. We will expand Monarch's influence and power in all possible spheres: financial, political, cultural, medical, technological, military, to the best of our ability. This is the goal unto itself. We will need to be in the position of exceptional resources and ability to act when the time comes. We will build. We will seek success and profit, not for the sake of wealth and fame, but for the sake of preparedness. 3, we will develop science and technology to counter a very specific set of circumstances. This will require extensive research and experimentation as well as tremendous financial cost. We will not be daunted by these challenges. We will complete our work. Number 4, we will not compromise. We recognize that sacrifice is required, and we are willing to pay the cost to meet our goals. There is no alternative to this. Doubt, qualms, and sentiment are luxuries we cannot afford. Whatever we have to do is a lesser evil than the extinction of the entire human race, and to pretend otherwise is weakness. Nothing in the history of our planet has been as important as this. Nothing we have accomplished as a species matters if we fail in our mission. Number 5, we will not fail. There are many challenges in the years ahead. I know what's coming. It can can't be averted. There's no escaping it, but we can survive it, and we can overcome it, and we will. I'm dedicating myself, this company, and every shred of willpower at my disposal to that mission. I expect the same for those who join me on it. Paul Serene.
Serene's original manifesto.
So yeah, this is the
They had us
table of
practically
contents for the
memorize this.
three-phase plan that we've already talked about.
Employees. They actually believe all this bullshit?
More than you can imagine.
You've got to be kidding me.
What is it?
This is all my stuff from our family home. Kept everything.
Guess you thought you might come back. Jack? You okay?
Yeah. What's wrong?
Toto. That's my signature.
You made this?
I've never even been here before.
That woman in the picture is you, isn't it? So,
Jack, there's something you should know. 1999. I was 8 years old, playing in my backyard, and a woman approached me, told me she was from the future. She gave me very specific details of events that would come to pass. She gave me this, filled with dates, events, proof of it all. Jack, that woman,
it was you.
everything I told myself would happen, did. Every detail, for better or worse, came to pass and couldn't be changed. Our fate is laid out before us, Jack. Everything that happened to get us here, every sacrifice that was made, they're all a part of this path. And they can't be changed or undone.
Beth.
When we step in that time machine, you will see for yourself.
All right. If you're that sure about how all this works, we can try it your way.
Well, that's a pretty fucked up thing to think about.
She's the one who's been painting all over the city. Jesus. Notebook was full of dates, events that would come to pass, instructions. Her entire existence was formed out of those pages.
Beth, I know that this encounter will be a lot to take in. After all, it's not every day you meet your future self. I tell you that you need to keep all this a secret, but I know you won't listen. You'll learn that lesson the hard way. The next few years won't be easy for you. Nobody you know is ever going to understand what you are going through. The closest to you will try to change you, convince you that you are losing your mind. You're not. You are special. You have been chosen to do something amazing. Know that your struggles will all be worth it in the end because you have a purpose. You're going to save the world. How do I know? I've been through this all before, and I'm going to prove it. Below you'll find a list of events that will come to pass in the future. They cannot be changed or undone. It will take time for you to accept this, but eventually you will learn to use this knowledge to your advantage. You will be prepared for what's coming. October 3rd, 2000. Derek Stevenson has been bullying you for months. On October 3rd, you will push him down the staircase at school. You'll do everything in your power to resist this, partially to avoid the consequences, partially to prove this book wrong, but the terrible things he will say in that moment will be too much for you to handle. He'll pretend to cry, claim you gave him a concussion, and you'll take all the blame. You'll be transferred to another school. You'll hope things will get better. They won't. It's going to be a difficult year. Whenever you feel helpless, just remember this book. You are special. You have a purpose that they don't. Hold on to that. And if it makes you feel better, 16 years from now, Derek will be working at a dollar store. He still lives with his mom. December 3rd, 2000. Miss Hartstock from next door will pass away. February 3rd, 2001. The kids at school will steal your jacket. Your parents will claim that you're hiding it on purpose, so they will buy you a new one. Look in the bin on the corner of 3rd and Main. You'll find something that will get you through the winter. You'll be teased for wearing it by Michelle. You'll fight back, but it will only make things worse. Eventually, when you are able to contain your anger, take her aside and say the following to her. I'm sorry about your mom. Then give her a hug. She will push you away. She will look incredibly confused, vulnerable. She will never tease you again. April 24th, 2001. Erica, your best friend, will break her arm. Having read this, you will do everything in your power to prevent this. The actions you take to avoid this from happening will only make it so. This is the first time you will truly witness that your fate is already determined. It cannot be changed. Erica will blame you for the incident. Try not to take this to heart. You will soon discover that she isn't the friend you thought she was. Stay strong. You will find people who respect you for who you are very soon. August 5th, 2001. You will take the night bus home. There will be only one passenger on board, a scruffy-looking kid with a black eye. His name is Jack Joyce. Remember his face. He's going to become important down the line. September 11th, 2001. This is the one that will change you. An event will occur that will devastate the entire nation. An act of terrorism will cause the World Trade Centers to collapse. Thousands will die. I won't go into further detail because the more you know, the more painful it will become when you are unable to prevent it, and you will try to prevent it. You will fail. You will curse this book for not telling you more. You will curse yourself for not being able to stop it. You will take a long time to get over this, but eventually you will use this pain to fuel your path forward. You've now felt that this is what this is, to be completely unprepared for what is coming next. It won't happen again. Next time you will be ready. This is the event that will finally make you believe. Any doubt you had will disappear. You're ready to take on this mission. So what is coming? October 8th, 2016. An experiment gone wrong will cause time to break down. This event will be referred to as a fracture in time. The onset of this event cannot be prevented, but the outcome must be. If the fracture is not stopped, then time itself will come to an end. Life on our planet will end. Saving the world wasn't an overstatement. It is your mission. You must stop the fracture. You can pull this off, but you need to follow some simple instructions. Learn who to trust. Short answer, nobody. The less people know about you, the safer you will be. From this point forward, your mission takes priority over every other aspect of your life. Do not start a relationship of any kind that you aren't willing to leave behind at a moment's notice. There is one exception to this rule. We'll get to that. Know your enemy. Monarch Solutions. They will try to prevent you from achieving your goal. Learn everything you can about them. You will know the best way to achieve this when the time is right. Monarch is run by a man named Paul Serene. You must never be seen by Paul Serene. If he discovers you, then you will risk failing your mission. Learn everything you can about him. Remain hidden, but keep in mind that the best place to hide is often in plain sight. Blend in. Change your appearance frequently. Hair color, clothing style, everything. Be cautious about drawing attention to yourself. Learn to blend in. Examine those around you, the way they move, speak, laugh, copy them. Become your surroundings. Train daily. There are a series of skills that you will need to master to truly be prepared. Hand-to-hand combat, Filipino Kali, and Jeet Kune Do. I think it's Kune, actually. Weapons training. Knives, pistols, shotguns, rifles, wilderness survival, compartmentalization, lip reading, face reading. The list is one that you will build as you go. In time, you will understand what is necessary and what isn't. Don't rush yourself. Start with gymnastics. Study your target. Jack Joyce. He is the one person who can help you in your mission. He is the exception to Rule 1. You can trust him. Learn what you can about Jack. Study him from afar, but do not approach him directly. You aren't the only one watching him. On October 9, 2016, you will rescue Jack Joyce. From there, the next steps will reveal themselves. Be patient with him. He's stubborn, reckless, naive, but you can't do this without him, and he has his moments. He's much smarter than he seems at first. Don't mistake grief for stupidity. Study your objective. The countermeasure. This is the device that was built to stop the fracture in time. This is your objective. Find the countermeasure and use it to stop the fracture. Achieve this and the world will be saved. The device was built by Jack's brother, Dr. William Joyce. Any attempt to contact William or find the countermeasure before the onset of the fracture will be in vain. Wait. Jack will show you the way. Retrieving the countermeasure will not be a simple task. It will involve great hardship and sacrifice. When the time comes, you will be ready for this. When you first read this, it won't make much sense to you. Over time, you will believe every word, but you will feel underprepared. You will wish that I had told you everything. I promise you that what is written here is everything you will need in order to get to where you need to be. I know this because I'm already there. Chin up, Toto. You're going to achieve amazing things. Signed, you. So yeah, she wrote an entire book to herself to deliver to herself in the past, to prepare herself in the past, to do stuff in the past, to prepare for the future in the past. Where are you? I'm down here.
Looks climbable. Hey, there we go.
Why the hell would your brother put maintenance controls way up there?
Of course.
I'm still getting used to that.
Don't expect to. All right, all lights are green.
Chronon levels are stable. Diagnostics are positive. This may actually work. It's ready. It's actually functional.
Okay, we're doing this. I'll set the date into the console. July 4th, 2010. Are you ready?
No. Are you? This is it. There's no turning back.
Hey, wait! What did you do? That was the wrong door. You changed the date. Where is she? Where is she?
I had no choice. I couldn't let you take the countermeasure. It would put our entire plan at risk. I already called Monarch from the terminal. They're on their way. It's over. What did you do?
Fuck!
We need the countermeasure to run the lifeboat.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna follow through with the plan. Tie her up and get as far away from here as you can.
I will. You just take care of yourself, Jack. Okay?
Your first journey back in time, 2010.
6 years
This
before
is where our
Fracture.
notes get hazy.
You know how it ended.
Your goal when you arrived was to retrieve the countermeasure.
But my goal had to wait. Because I wasn't alone.
Bobby Radford coming at you on 4th of July. And what a fine day it is, too. Things are looking up for Riverport. Don't believe me?
To Beth Wilder from William Joyce, July 4, 2010, the countermeasure. It's finished. It's finally finished. Tests are all positive. I have officially constructed a working countermeasure for a fracture in time. I can't prove it, obviously, since there's no fracture to deploy it against, but I believe it'll work. It has passed every test I can conceive. There's no reason I can see that it wouldn't. Given your knowledge of the future, I'm guessing you already knew this would be the day I completed my work. This day has been a long time coming. I was beginning to doubt it was possible. I haven't heard from you in almost 2 years now. Please tell me you're still out there. To William from Beth. I'm going to ask you to do something that will sound counterintuitive. Leave the workshop, leave the countermeasure behind, and do not return until tomorrow morning. As with all my orders, it is best I don't go into further detail. Okay, leaving the workshop now. The countermeasure is secured in my safe. I know better than to ask the reasoning behind this request. In 11 years, you've never been wrong, and I don't want to know about the future anyway. But that won't make this any easier for me to digest. Can we meet tomorrow? Now the device is complete, I need to know what the next steps are. And please be careful with the countermeasure. It's tremendously powerful, and sourcing the chronon particles for it alone has taken over a decade. Rebuilding would take me years and years. So, where did Beth end up traveling to? Well, 1999, of course, to where her 8-year-old self was.
What's going on here? Since when did Will run a graffiti workshop? None of this crap was here in 2016. What the? Someone's in here. What the hell is that? What the fuck are they shooting at?
It's Beth.
Beth? It's me. Hey, 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 hey. What happened to you?
This is it. There's no turning back. Jack? Dr. Emerald sent me to the future. I fought for months trying to find a way to get back. I wasn't the only one. Stop! I followed him back. He set William's machine to 1999. The first possible exit point.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
It's okay! Hey, it's okay! It's okay. I'm on your side.
Who are you?
I'm Beth Wilder. There's some things you need to know.
You're the reason he built the countermeasure. And you've been here ever since. 11 years. Why? Why didn't you come back?
We should get ready. We don't have much time.
So basically,
She
now you
changed.
know.
And there was a weight in her eyes. She was hiding something.
She always was. What exactly do you believe changed in Beth?
She lost hope.
So basically, now you know that Sophia sent her to the end of time, where she ended up meeting up with Paul, who also traveled forward to the end of time from the beginning of the game, and she ended up trying to kill him and stop him from going back in time, but she was unsuccessful. She traveled back with him to 99, where she met William Joyce for the first time. So February 28th, 1999, back in time. Here I am, back in a time I've already lived once before. No idea how long I'll need to stay here. No idea what comes next. This isn't how it was supposed to go. This wasn't the plan. If I'm going to come to terms with that, then I'm going to need to write it all down. There's nobody to tell this to but myself, so hello me again. This all started back in 2016. Jack and I kidnapped Dr. Emerald. We were supposed to use the time machine to travel back to 2010 and retrieve the countermeasure. I believe Dr. Emerald switched the date at the last moment. I heard Jack calling out, but it was too late. I was already inside. There was nothing to do but keep moving forward, and when I exited the corridor, I arrived in the one place I never thought possible. The end of time. My greatest fear was realized. I'm still trying to grasp what that means. My entire life has been devoted to stopping the fracture. What I saw, was it proof that it couldn't be stopped? I can't believe that. There's a logic to all of this, a meaning. I just haven't found it yet. I'm not ready to write down details of the end of time. Not yet. The essential part of the story is that I found a way back. I spent a long time trying to fix William's machine, but somebody beat me to it. He set a course for the earliest time the machine could operate, the first time the core was activated. February 28th, 1999. I followed him through. That's when I found William, still alive, much younger than I had ever seen him. I warned him about the fracture. I told him that he was the only one who could create a solution. He begged me not to tell him anything else about the future. He said he couldn't stand living like that, being constantly aware of what will come to pass, his every action just part of the preordained dance. I wanted to tell him more, but I knew how he felt. William agreed to do what must be done. He agreed to build the countermeasure. This whole time it was me who set him on that path. He says the machine doesn't have the sufficient chronon capacity to return me to the future. He says a jump that far would be nearly impossible without a substantial scientific breakthrough. Apparently that hasn't happened yet. That's his way of saying that I'm trapped in 1999, second time around. So, here I am. July 19th, 1999. Time machine move equals success. I worked with Will to get the time machine moved. Had to make sure Serene wouldn't be able to use it to his advantage, so we moved it to the one place I knew it would be safe, Bradbury swimming pool. Will spent a big chunk of his research grant buying the property. It's the one place I know for sure that Monarch won't find us. After all, they still weren't aware of it in 2016. That means that this is my new home for the time being. Will refuses to build the countermeasure here. He says that it has to be done in his workshop. He chose that location to build a time machine for a reason. Something about abnormal chronon density anomalies, whatever. Didn't seem to concern him that the very people we need to hide from know about his workshop. Probably doesn't help that he won't let me tell him who those people actually are. Guy's almost as stubborn as his brother. Now that the move is complete and Will is on his way, all I can do is wait. Not liking the idea of keeping busy. Not liking the idea of that. Keeping busy was the only thing that distracted me from the entire nature of being trapped here. Guess I should look at the bright side. Second chance of having a killer Y2K party. September 5th, 1999. Little me. The most surreal experience. Her eyes looked so full of life, looking to the clouds, invulnerable to the world around her. She looked full of life. She looked happy. It was me. I knew the day was coming. I knew that I had to go see her and set her on her mission so that she would do what needed to be done. So that someday she would become, well, me. She was in the backyard. Bright red duffel coat, playing. Simple pleasures. It's strange. I remember the small details so differently the first time around. When I was a child, that woman who came to see me seemed like an angel, a limitless source of wisdom gifting me with purpose. Now I was that woman, trembling, a lump in my stomach, nervous as hell. It didn't matter. I knew that she was too young to see those things on my face. I gave her the notebook. I took a small child to give up those simple pleasures to pursue a life that would bring nothing but pain and hardship. I promised her that all be worth it, that she would make a difference, that she would save the world. She believed me. January 1st, 2000. Epic Y2K party. Ate bagels with cream cheese and watched Buffy reruns in a drained swimming pool. Party on. 9/11. I tried to stop it a second time. I warned them, told them exactly what was going to happen. Nothing changed. I came to terms with the fact that none of this could be changed as a child. But since then, I've seen things that made me desperate to prove myself wrong, desperate to believe that what I've seen cannot come to pass. I tried to stop the rise of Monarch. I tried to stop Paul Serene. Both versions of him. Every action was negated by the force of a timeline that cannot be bent or broken. I tried to stop tragedy as well. Jack's parents, Christmas of '99. I knew that what happened to them. This time I was there. Car crashed exactly as it was supposed to. My presence only led to it happen as it always did. I went to the funeral. I watched Jack cry. I watched Will build up another wall around himself. I watched two brothers change forever in that moment, and I could do nothing about it. And now, this. Fuck. May 22nd, 2002. Monarch. They spotted me near Williams' workshop. Barely got out of there alive. After all this time, Serene is still obsessed with finding me. He won't give up until he does. Have to be more careful in the future. May 22nd, 2003. The end of time. Been having recurring nightmares about what I saw. I've been dreading doing this, but it's time. I have to write it out. It's the only way to move past it. In 2016, I entered the time machine, intending to travel back to 2010. That didn't happen. Dr. Amaral changed the date. When I exited the machine, I arrived at the end of time. The fracture had run its course. Time had stopped altogether. The entire world was frozen in one hanging moment. I was the only one still able to function, or so I thought. Then the shifters came. I can still hear them. Their sounds echo through my dreams. The entire world was still except me. They really don't like movement. I'd stepped out of the machine onto the one thing I spent my entire life trying to prevent. The fracture was never fixed. I was living through the proof. The first hours were the hardest. I was living through a nightmare that I couldn't wake up from, surrounded by constant reminders that my mission would fail. Never able to stay in one place because the shifters were always searching, always hunting. I wasn't alone. I discovered the first evidence of this a few days in. I heard the shifters become agitated, but I was nowhere near them. They were following somebody else, Paul Serene. A younger Paul, scared, weak, vulnerable. He found me, tried to convince me that we needed to work together to help each other through. He found out very quickly that I wanted him dead. He had no training, no killer instinct, but he had those damn powers, and all I had was this Chronon harness. The end of the world, the only two people left, and we became sworn enemies. I can't be sure how long we spent there. It could have been months, could have been years. When time doesn't move, it feels like an eternity. Our grip on reality slipped away, trapped in an endless loop of brutal survival. Though we were enemies, there was a strange bond formulated through that suffering. We shared an experience no other human had ever endured. Eventually, Paul managed to get Williams' time machine working. He was convinced that he needed to travel back to the earliest possible point in order to stop all this from happening. He had yet to learn that the past couldn't be changed. I followed him through the machine, but he escaped. He formed Monarch. He built an empire. I watched the birth of a monster. I can't escape the feeling that my actions helped shape what he became. Maybe I have guided him. Maybe if I hadn't tried to hunt him down and kill him at the end of time. That can't be my part in all this. There has to be more. I wake up in a cold sweat most nights. I hear the shifters coming. I can almost feel their presence. Much of the experience at the end of time has become a blur in my memory, but there is one detail that I can't shake. One detail that brings my entire mission into question. One detail that haunts me. 2021. February 3rd, 2005. Hobbies. 5 years until the countermeasure will be complete. I spend most of my days training. I don't know what happens once the device is finished, but being prepared is my specialty. I still wonder if Jack will follow the plan. If he'll emerge from that machine in 2010. Best not to think about it. I'm not giving up, but I can't let these thoughts consume me. I need to focus on the present, focus on what is in front of me. That's the mantra that keeps me going. Just focus on the present. So I decided to take up on some hobbies. Tried poetry, got depressed. Dabbled with guitar for a while, smashed it against the wall. Then I started experimenting with graffiti. Seems to be working out okay for me so far. It's fulfilling on a few different levels. Partially on a form of self-expression. Partially as a means of release, partly as a means of release, partly just to fuck with people. What happens when Joe analyzes some graffiti on a wall one day, builds an interpretation in his head, and then 3 years later his depiction of that image comes true? Not sure, but it's fun to think about. I can't change anything, but at least this gives me the illusion of some kind of power. That illusion is what keeps me holding on. Sometimes I leave anonymous notes in people's mailboxes telling them what will happen next week. I watch their reactions from afar. Voyeurism and graffiti. That's my life these days. Focus on the present. October 8th, 2007. Jack. I started watching him recently. I know Monarch is tracking him, so I keep my distance. I wasn't sure why I felt a need to follow him, to watch his life from the outside, but now I think I understand. I met Jack in the wake of his brother's death, the onset of the fracture, worst day of both of our lives. He was broken. That's the only Jack I ever knew. There's some kind of comfort in seeing him in happier times. I watched his band play a gig nearby. Atrociously bad, whiny emo music. Definitely a music movement I didn't need to live through a second time, but there's something pure about seeing him up there, letting it all out. He never had an easy life. It was nice to see that he found a way to release all that. He just looked happy. It made me forget everything else. The nightmare stopped for a while after that, so I kept following him. It gave me something else to focus on. I spent most of my life hiding who I am, what I know. I knew Jack for less than 24 hours, but he's the only person I've opened up to about everything. I told him the truth. He believed me. I wish I could thank him for that. I'm not sure what I'm going to tell him if he comes through the machine on July 4th, 2010. What will he think when he sees me? 11 years will have passed. I look like I've aged 3 lifetimes since then. And for him, it could be a matter of minutes. What do I say? That I saw the end? That this might all be for nothing? I was the one who believed without question that we would stop the fracture. That confidence has now been replaced with insecurity, weakness. I fear letting him see that. I fear that he'll see the doubt in my eyes. For years I felt invincible, full of hope. I'm not that woman anymore. I'm scared. December 11th, 2007. Memory. Tonight I painted something at the university campus. It was only after I finished and took a step back to look at it that I realized I've seen it before. About a decade ago. Remains of something painted on a wall but washed away. It was a jolt. Is all this futile? Nothing sticks. Nothing has changed. All of it washed away by the river of time. Fucking time travel. July 9th, 2008. Will. I've been in contact with Will every 6 months or so. Short exchanges just to get an update on his progress building the countermeasure. He's still at least 2 years away from completion, but he's now confident that he knows how the countermeasure will work. He told me that the countermeasure will be able to reverse a fracture in time, but in order to do so, it must be activated early in the escalation of the fracture. Once the fracture runs its course, once the end of time is reached, he believes the countermeasure will be rendered ineffective. I asked him what it could mean if the end of time ever occurred. He said it would mean that the fracture was never stopped. It would mean that we failed. July 21st, 2008. Everything I have done has been for nothing. July 4th, 2010. Final entry. The day is here. Soon I will receive word that William has completed the countermeasure. I'm sure of it. I've come to accept that this doesn't mean we will succeed. I've come to accept that my mission was a lie. But I'm not giving up. Lie or not, I devoted my life to this cause. It gave me meaning. It's all I've ever known. Even if I've seen the proof that I won't succeed, I'm not giving up. I will dedicate every ounce of courage I have left to seeing this through. I'll retrieve the countermeasure. I'll keep it safe until 2016. I will do everything in my power to activate it when the time comes. I will fail, but I will fail knowing that I did everything in my power to save the world. For years I hoped that this would be the day when I would see Jack again. I've given up that hope. This mission started with me alone. That's how it will end. This will be my final entry. So as long as that is, basically that explains the entire game. Everything that has happened, like all the graffiti, Beth did all that. Like, all of the, like the countermeasure was built because she willed it to be so. Her entire future life was because of her past future life. Which I know makes no sense.
I can't do this anymore. I can't fucking do this.
But essentially, Beth lives in a loop. That's the thing. She lives in a constant loop. Hello? Things I need.
11 years.
So these are all their calendars, marking off the days for 11 years.
I'll unlock the door.
So where's Will? Where's the countermeasure?
The countermeasure's at Williams' workshop, where he built it.
Then that's where we go.
Yes. That was the plan. Just have to unlock this. My supplies are upstairs. We'll need to get them. There's so much you don't know that you never saw. I gave up on the idea that you would ever come.
I need to know we're still in this together.
I told you once our fate is already laid out.
All right.
I still believe that. More than ever. I'm just worried what that might mean.
It means we finish this.
You need gear? Take whatever you need. The rest of it's going in the river, along with everything else I brought here.
That's a little drastic.
My time here is done, Jack. I have to erase my presence. Let me know when you're ready to go.
You followed Paul to 1999. Why did he travel so far back?
To form Monarch. Prepare for what's coming.
You kept tabs on him.
And he's kept tabs on me. Ready when you are, Jack.
I can't imagine what happened. When you entered that machine, I wanted to go after you, but I didn't know where Sophia sent you or how to find you.
You made it here. It's all that matters. You followed the plan.
Whatever happened to you, change it.
Don't.
We can fix this.
Don't.
We can undo this.
You still don't get it. It can't be changed. No matter what we do, the pieces fall in all of the exact same places. I've tried. Over and over.
I can't just sit back and do nothing.
You have to let go. Jack. You have to let go. I've seen it. The end of time. That is where she sent me. I was there. I've been fighting this fight my entire life, and I saw us fail. I saw where this leads. I just don't know anymore. I don't know if we can win this thing.
Then we'll die finding out. I don't know a fraction of the hell that Beth went through, what she experienced when she saw the end of time, how that changed her like it changed Paul. Followed by 11 years of living like a ghost. Beth I'd known had laser focus. This Beth, she had doubts. You okay? But the countermeasure, the one thing that could set things right, was waiting for us at Will's workshop.
There it is.
In 2010, Monarch didn't own the area yet. That came shortly after because of what happened with you. But we knew William was building something new in his workshop, and we knew it must be important. We were monitoring the place.
Yeah, Beth knew about your presence. She'd done spying on her own. We came over the rooftops to avoid detection. Does Will know we're coming?
No, he doesn't.
Whoops, sorry.
From this point on, we may be in their sights. We need to be quick. This way, Jack.
Hey, Will?
He's not here. I made sure of that.
What? Why? He's the only one that knows how to use the countermeasure.
Which is why he needs to be kept safe. In case... things go bad.
Fine. We get the device, then you lead me to my brother.
Sure.
Now, where do we find this thing?
He said he secured it inside a safe. Somewhere in the building.
All right, Will. Where'd you hide that safe?
It's April 2nd, 1999. It's been about a month since the incident. Since I was shot by the man from the future. Since Wilder. I've moved the machine. Hidden it. I wish I could destroy it, but, I made it tell me as little as possible. The more you know about what'll happen, the worse it'll be. We're all puppets. I can take that for as long as I can't tell the difference. I think she understood. Doesn't matter anyway. She told me the fracture is gonna happen because of what I did. I have to fix it. I have to. I don't know how yet. I have to build a countermeasure of some kind. I know the theoretical mechanism of the field's collapse, but how to stop it, let alone reverse it. It'll take years.
There's a locked door over here.
Of research.
Maybe the safe is inside.
I have no idea how to do this.
Yeah. Try to find a way in.
I don't know. Wilder's from the future. And she came to me. I have to assume that I was successful, right? Why else would she come to me?
He was planning on giving it to you.
And it was stolen before he ever had the chance. Which means this is the only way it can play out.
June 7th, 2010. The countermeasure is near completion. I should be celebrating. I should be excited. 11 years of work is coming to an end, but there is a weight on my mind. I can't shake it off. Jack came to see me. He found out that I sold our parents' house to continue funding my research. Understandably, he was furious. After all, the house was left to both of us. He doesn't understand the necessity of what I'm doing here. Talking turned to yelling. Yelling turned to pushing. He told me it wasn't mine to sell. He told me that they were his parents, too. He told me that I was a piece of shit. I was angry. I couldn't contain myself. And then I said it. I still don't believe the words that came out of my mouth. I told him it was his fault, the car crash. I told him that he was to blame for everything we've been through. I knew it was the one thing that could truly hurt him, and I used it. I can justify my actions as a result of months of fatigue, frustration, lack of sleep. It was wrong. I knew it as soon as I said it. He just stood there, devastated for what felt like minutes. I could see a wall building between us. He told me he's leaving this town. He's never coming back. That was 3 days ago. I haven't been able to reach him since. I can't sleep. I can't eat. I can't concentrate. I know the countermeasure will be finished soon, but that victory is a hollow one now. I've spent 11 years building a device to save the world. The only thing that kept me from going all this time was the fact that there was one person in this world that I needed to protect, no matter what the cost, and I just lost him. I need to go back over here so I can get this little fragment.
Hey, there we go.
Alright. How many is that now? 7, Jesus. Just go ahead and go with increased range.
Shit. Locked out again. Where was the failsafe switch? Follow the wire. Which one was it? Blue? Or was that the emergency shutdown? Oh, shit. I knew I should have labeled the wiring.
By the way, hello to everybody in the watching. The 5 of ya.
Open sesame.
Will is too scattered.
Emergency shutdown initiated.
My guess is there's an electronic lock in the most rational place imaginable.
God damn it. Yellow wire, I knew it. I built a goddamn time machine, but I can't remember to keep a piece of shit door unlocked.
You'd been there before. Witnessed flashes through time. I assume pieces of that puzzle had come together since.
And some are yet to come.
Yeah, I do remember you, Thickest Break. What's up, man?
Let's see here. Echoes. Will was looking for the same thing we are. The power setup wasn't working, but it must have worked at some point. Maybe I can rewind time to get this working. It was all there on the board. The details of his downward spiral. His work consumed him. Became some kind of desperate obsession. He was never the same.
Will's whiteboard. Call Jack on birthday. Apologize to Jack for not calling on birthday. June 2nd. Don't forget. Don't forget what? Thanksgiving. Remember. Pay electricity. Get electricity turned back on. Jack's birthday. June 2nd. Buy groceries. Give Beth update on status. Erase this. June 2nd. Apologize to Jack again. GMDR. What does this note mean? Buy whiteboard eraser. Meet with bank for loan. Shower first. Shower. Yeah, I know. I I rarely see my messages on there.
Shit. Locked out again.
I have to do it. I have to be quick about it.
Follow the wire. Which one was it? Blue? Or was that the emergency ship? Open system.
Emergency shutdown initiated.
Shit, ass. Fucking goddamn it. Yellow wire, I knew it.
Come take a look at this. He didn't leave the code. But I can crack it. I just need some time to...
Somebody's here.
It's Monarch. I knew it. I knew they'd find us.
I'll take care of it. Just get that safe open, stay inside.
Yeah. Okay.
You'd been spotted the moment you arrived. You never had a chance. You were on a suicide mission.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna lie down and just give up without a fight. Not then, not ever.
This is Trojan 1 approaching workshop perimeter. Over.
Remember, orders are to take her alive. Monarch Actual's en route.
Roger.
Yeah, I actually noticed that. I've been seeing your streams on my feed. You've been streaming F1, right?
Stop right there. Where's the girl?
Hey, hold on. Take it easy. Seems to be the problem, guys.
On your knees, now! He's got a gun! Open fire! What the fuck?
Yeah, I have like I think like 5 or 6. I actually bought a fucking GTR Horizon Edition for about 1.4 million. Because I'm just like rolling in so much money that I could just give a shit anymore. So I just kind of buy the cars now.
Hand it over.
get back in.
Give me the device. Come with me. We can survive this together. You know it can't be stopped. I can see it in your eyes. You know this.
What if you're wrong?
We failed. We created Ground Zero. Caused everything to happen how it always did. Every piece falling into place.
Except one. The blast sent you through time. Brought you back to 2016. The same exact time from which you left. Something anchored you there. We need to know how you did this.
You think I wanted to come back? I was pulled away. Everything I came for was still back there. Left behind. Beth! Come on, move! Beth, get up. Beth, come on, get up. Please, Beth.
She's trapped in 2010.
Yeah, that's it. Get the gun. Come on, Beth, move. Come on, please. Beth, move! Paul, don't do it. Don't do it, don't!
I'm not wrong.
You can't.
No! No! Serene had the countermeasure the whole time. I had to get it back.
A rash decision. You claim Beth Wilder's death had no impact on your behavior, but...
Like I said, I barely knew her.
So, what you did next? It wasn't personal?
No.
So it was Paul that took the countermeasure, not Beth. Because Beth died in 2010. The other version of her, anyway. She lived the loop. There we go, that's the end of Act 4. Now we have the junction.
I don't have much time left. I know.
25 hours after fracture.
17 years working it out. planning it, building Monarch, because I knew what was coming, and I knew it couldn't be stopped. But what I've built is being turned against me. What is the point in saving them if I can't trust them? I'm slipping away into pain and rage. The sickness is accelerating. The CFR. It has cost me so much. But I have harnessed its power. And with it, my plan will work. With it, I will keep the lights on when the world goes dark.
Mr. Serene? Sorry to disturb you, sir, but I have that cleanup report on Dr. Kim's lab you wanted.
Meet me in my office, soldier. I'll be there when I've sealed the CFR chamber.
This game can be confusing if you don't pay attention to the plot.
All gone.
If you read everything, like I did,
First, seal the chamber.
and that's given to you, then it's less confusing.
CFR has been secured.
It's confusing at first, but
I'm in your office.
I'll be right there.
once you get to about this point, everything kind of becomes clear.
The soldier doesn't know how close to the end I am. I'm not afraid of death. I'm afraid of becoming the enemy. What that would mean for me, for the plan. I can feel it infesting my thoughts. I don't know who to trust anymore. Martin Hatch. He used me all these years.
Well, the first 3 parts are up on my YouTube channel, so if you want to watch this from the very, very beginning,
Why?
you can.
What?
Sir?
Be right with you, son. Report.
Sir, you ordered us to search the demolished lab. Your treatments were destroyed, but there was one left. The casing appears to be broken, but it's all we could find.
One of my treatments. But it's damaged. Is it safe to use?
Sir? I didn't catch that.
Or is it a trap? Another betrayal. The treatment will make me weak. Is that what they want? Can any of them be trusted? I'm not a traitor. We're the same now. And I need your help. I can focus on the
Driver 98753.
see it through to the end. I still have allies I can trust.
You can just scroll down. You see the little YouTube, picture. Just click on that. Take you right to it.
William Burke. He would fight to defend us. To slay Jack.
I have my Twitter now too. So, Control. Serene holds on to his reason in a final effort to see his plan through.
You have all betrayed me. Assured my downfall. And now, I will assure yours.
My world will be
working against me. They're fighting each other.
You'll need to get to Serene's office. He's got direct access to the CFR. Alright?
Joyce fixes the fracture, he fixes the world. They'll go home happy.
Charlie Wincott. Another weakling. A traitor siding with Jack. I can make them suffer. All of them.
I'm gonna have Serene hold on to his sanity.
Thank you. I'll be right down. Dismissed.
Yes, sir.
I feel more clear-headed, calmer. But it won't last. I need to work fast while I still can. Bradbury swimming pool.
Alright, so now it's time for the episode.
Paul Seween's
So here we go.
What about my treatments?
He's triggered a catastrophe.
The Joyce field could collapse within 8 hours.
He has the chance to fix it, but he's choosing not to. He's choosing to let things end. And this is where we come in.
Good evening, Dr. Amaral.
You're 5 minutes out, Mr. Hatch. I've come to free you, my friend. It's time for you to rejoin the others, to return to the infinite. What was troubling me is who got them in the Kim's lab. She paid a visit minutes before the explosion.
Sophia's loyal. If the fracture's happening now, I owe this to her.
Dr. Hogan, the protocol's been initiated.
Liam?
Yeah, so I have some information about Warren Hatch.
I want him apprehended
Immediately. Dr. Emerald, are you
Where's
hurt?
Paul? I need to speak with Paul.
Right this way.
Sophia,
You initiated it.
you were right, it was time.
Paul.
you taken your treatments? You can't go on without them.
You need to get to the lifeboat.
No, you need to come with me. You need to get things started. We need you.
Just go. Okay? You just go, I'll be there.
Commander Pierce, prep the chopper. I need to get to the swimming hall.
Right away, sir.
Fucking amateurs. Huh. Hello, darling. Defense status. Active. What? It's right under me. You owe me one. Come on, Fiona. Pick up, pick up, pick up. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, pick up. Pick up.
Beth, I don't know if you can hear this, but it's Fiona. I need your help. Do you copy? Beth? It's Fiona. Do you copy? Beth? It didn't work. I'm sorry. I couldn't find the protocol.
Fiona Miller?
Yes, speaking.
This is Jack Joyce. Beth told me you were working together. You might be the only ally I have left.
What happened?
Serene. There wasn't anything I could do, but Fiona, there is something we can do now. I need to find something Will called the countermeasure. It's 12-sided, small, metallic, like a soccer ball.
The CFR.
The what?
The Chronon Field Regulator. That is the countermeasure.
And it can fix the fracture.
Basement 5.
Yes, this is basically a TV show related to the game. It changes depending on the choices you make during the game.
We need to talk. Look, I was wrong, okay? Jack Joyce, he can use the CFR to fix the fracture. We need to get it to him.
CFR's what's powering this place right now, Fiona.
Yeah, but I spoke to him. I spoke to Jack Joyce, and he needs it.
Just, if you let Joyce use the CFR, then that means the lifeboat's gone. No. These people.
Maybe, I don't know yet.
They can figure it out. They can fix the fracture. That's what you wanted in the first place.
These people, this is Monarch, okay? They're the ones that got us into this. Do you think they give a shit about any of us?
I mean, you realize what you're asking.
So, what's the plan once we get to Monarch?
We need to find a way onto the lifeboat.
Liam, what are you doing? Liam, stop!
Sir. Liam Burke. He's trying to break into Monarch. Come on!
We know where the CFR is, but...
Jack, it's Charlie, listen. It's at the top of the Monarch Tower. So you gotta follow my instructions exactly. Jack. Jack?
Jack? Jack?
Fiona, stop.
Jack!
No. Look. That area up there is insanely secure. He's not gonna be able to get in. Hey, wait! Wait.
I need to finish this.
I know, but I'm the one that should go. The CFR defenses. There's no way he's gonna be able to get past them alone. I'm the only one. I mean, you belong down here. You actually would be useful. I'm dead weight. I'm a glorified locksmith. Why don't you let somebody else be the hero? Okay, tough chick?
Everyone needs IT, Charlie.
Fuck you.
Hey, Charlie. You're an okay date.
I know.
Do you know who I am?
We've met.
You're one of Monarch's elite. The one they tell me is a traitor.
I'm not a traitor.
I know what you want. You're protecting what's yours. I want to protect what's mine. We're the same now. And I need your help. And you need mine. You're looking for the lifeboat. Isn't that right? And you know what we're facing. I have a team down there. They will fix the fracture. Time will go on. But not if the CFR goes unprotected.
CFR?
It's our key. It's what makes the lifeboat possible. Powers it. But my enemies want it destroyed. You could keep it safe. And when this is over, your wife, she'll be waiting for you. So I could take her with me. She'll survive.
Liam, what is he talking about?
I think of what happens if we're down there unprotected. None of us are saved.
I need you to go with him. He's gonna take you to the lifeboat. I'll find you when it's over. Go. Emily, go. Go with him.
At the top of Monarch Tower, you'll find the CFR in a striker suit. That's all you'll need. What your husband's doing for you, it's admirable.
knew who he was.
None of us ever know who we are.
Basement 5.
My friends, we've changed things. The world, the universe. We're the first beings powerful enough to undo the very fabric that we're part of. And now, we must believe that we are powerful enough to set things straight again. We've all made sacrifices. We have all made sacrifices. But we're not just here to work for ourselves. We're here for our families, for mankind. To change history, to make history. Right here, right now. I have some other matters to attend to, so I will not be with you. But I know that you will succeed.
Joyce, CFR defenses are down. It's all you. You're good to go.
Step the fuck away from there!
I can't, Liam!
Get the fuck away from her! Get away!
Joyce needs it.
Joyce?
Joyce can fix the fracture, Liam.
You need to get the fuck out of here, Charlie.
I'm not moving.
Get out of here!
I'm not moving, so you're gonna have to kill me. Once and for all, you're gonna have to fucking kill me. Because right now, Liam, I'm thinking about more than myself.
You don't know what Joyce is gonna do.
No, I don't. But I have faith in Fiona. And she believes in Joyce. So I gotta believe too. Think about it. Fix the lifeboat, you save your wife. We fix the fracture, it saves us all. Okay? So go ahead. Go ahead and kill me. It's not gonna make a fucking difference. But if you kill Joyce, then we have...
Your perceptions, Liam, they're off. This world you know, this world is ending. But one world's end is merely another's beginning.
Ah!
Alright, well that's the end of episode 4 and the end of the stream. So thanks everybody for coming, and I will see you next time.